Okay. All right. So I think I'm live. Hello. I have never done this before by myself. So trying something new, but it was my last day of school today. My students had a half a day, and so I got to say goodbye to them and spend some time with them. I have a lot of work that I need to do in my classroom yet, and my lighting is not great. I'm so sorry, but whatever. We're really just here to read, right? um, but I just wanted to jump online and um, get some sprints in. So I thought I would see if anybody wanted to join me. And yay. Oh, so look at this. Hi, Krista. I'm doing this all by myself. I just thought I'd try. We'll see. We'll see, right? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so it was a really great year. I had so much fun, and yeah, I am ready for a nice summer break. But yeah, and it was field day on Wednesday, and we went to an amusement park for as a school, and I am just red. So yay for that. Thank you so much. You're just so fun. Yeah. So, and I am excited because you have sprints tomorrow night, right, Krista? And I'll definitely be there for that. So, this weekend I just want to take this weekend off, and I want to get some reading done and catch up on a few things that probably have been neglected a little bit around my apartment, and all that good stuff. So, um I just want to get all the reading in this weekend that I can. So I, yes, Krista, you need to, I mean, you have it like scheduled, but yeah, you got to let everybody know. I'm on the know. I'm in the know because I am a patron of yours. And, you know, it's good to be in the know with that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, anyway, I am reading a an arc that comes out on Tuesday. It's a cozy mystery, and it's called Welcome Home to Murder. And I want to see if I can get to the cover and show that off, but I don't know that it'll show. Yeah, it's kind of a boring cover, but it's by Rosalie Spielman, and I've been in a real cozy mystery kick so much. Um, but I yeah. Hi Kim, thank you for coming. I'm so excited to see you here. Um, I am not so good lately. So that's definitely one of my goals this summer is to get caught up on my arcs. My percentage still looks really good. But that's because I haven't been requesting more books, but I haven't necessarily been reading all of the books that I have and then reviewing them. So I'm, getting better. No, I mean, I got worse for a little while, and now I'm getting better again, trying to. So I need to slow down. I started signing up for these school library journal virtual events, and all of the people or all of the companies there give away arcs and like advertise their arcs. And of course, they make them sound so great because, that's their job. So, yeah, that's that's what I have to do. So, probably not my best idea to keep going to those things, but it really gives me an idea of like middle school book or middle grade books that are coming up for my students and different things like that, and they're really kind of fun. to do, but it just makes me want to read all the books, and I don't have time to read all the books. So I do have some catching up to do, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hi, Kim. So yeah. Anyway, so I think we'll just go ahead. Yeah, it's hard not to request a ton on NetGalley, and at first I was requesting a ton, but I kept on getting denied. But apparently, I don't know. I'm more in demand now. No, I don't. I got better. My percentage got better, and as my percentage got better, and I started being more lost my word. I just started getting better at actually reading the books and doing the things, and so I've been given a lot more chances to read them. But also, I had one publisher give me an automatic auto approval. Oh my goodness. It is really a good thing that school has done, you guys, because I am just, whew, man. Yeah, current, up to date. And yeah, any of that would have worked. Yeah, oh man. So, right. See, and you have this really great way of doing it to look and just look at those days or those months and request those. And, so that's great. Um, Random House Children's auto approved me after one of the school library journal events. I requested one ARC, and there was some issue and I wasn't getting them. And she's like, you know what? I'm just going to auto approve you. It's easier. And I was like, okay. And I don't know if that was supposed to go away, but if it was, let me keep it, please. So, yeah. So Random House Children's auto approved me. Kensington, I like a lot that's coming out of Kensington. So, yeah. I have a question. Are there any book of the month people out there? Because I'm very excited about mine, but now I can't think. It's the I got the historical fiction one. The wedding. Do I have wedding dress in my head? Is that correct? I got the historical fiction one, and I'm really excited for it to come. So I was just wondering what anyone else who may be a book of the month member might have gotten. But it's been 8 minutes, so we can go ahead and set up a ooh. Yeah, Kim. So Kim got the historical fiction too. Do you remember what the name is? Because it just completely left me, but it just sounded really good. Ooh, you're working with them again. So do you get all the books then when you're working with them? Because that's really cool. Um, I like that. Sounds like a really good perk. But then, what if you don't like the books? Or what if you aren't interested in all the books? I don't know. I was really torn because there were two thrillers, and then there was the historical fiction one that I am drawing a blank on the name, on the title, that I actually chose and wanted to read. But I wanted all three of those, and I I just couldn't decide. But yeah. Under the Banner of Heaven. I remember that on your TBR video. So yeah. That sounded really good when you were talking about it. So I'm really excited to hear what you think about that one. But it's really important that you get that ice cream because ice cream is delicious. You get all the main ones and one add-on. Do you get to choose them? Choose the add-on? Or do they just decide to send you one? I don't know. I'm just fascinated. Okay. Oop. Becca from Hicks Picks Books says that it's great. Yes. Yeah. She's actually the reason I got it, because she put up on her Facebook group, Hicks Picks group, Hicks Picks Books. Yeah. Made a Facebook group, and I joined that, and she put up something about book of the month, and she was talking about it, and I was like, okay, yeah, that does sound good. That's going to be the one I pick, because I was going between those three, and then I just was like, okay, this is happening. All right. I'm starting Call Baby. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Tell me more, Kim. Tell me more. You don't get to choose. Okay. I mean, it's still a free book, so that's still pretty exciting. Um, all right. Okay. I'm trying to share my screen because, why not? I might as well just go crazy my first time doing this. I mean, sounds great, right? Okay. All right. Wait. There we go. Okay. It's there. All right. So this is this I use this with my students, this website, this classroom screen, and they like watching the timer go down, and you like that one. Wow, is that really that loud? Because that was really loud. Um, yeah. So I thought that I would do like 15 minutes. We'll do, and then I will put on the ambient um, noise, the ambient room. And it's a library, so I thought that would be really cool. So, you heard about it on Currently Reading Podcasts. It's about infertility, childbirth, midwife. Ooh, that would be cool. Cool. All right, awesome. I am really behind on my Currently Reading podcast. Like really far behind, but I love that podcast. It's great. School's out here too. Yay, I'm so glad. Emily, what do you teach? I probably have asked you that before, and you probably told me that before, and I'm really sorry. my remembering just like turns off every once in a while. It just happens. So, all right. So let's go ahead and read for 15 minutes, and I will see you then. All right. So there were a couple snafus there. Sorry about that, but that was our first sprint. I only read about 3%. Um, but how did everybody else do? All right, let's go back. Emily is a high school special education teacher. I don't remember if I knew that or not, but that is an important job. So thank you. All right. Oh, just I'm going to read A Golden Era Mystery, Silence in the Court by Patricia Wentworth. I love that title. Today was your last day of school. Looking forward to some reading time. Congratulations, Stephanie. It's the best part. Reading time. Yeah, my time. I think that the timer just doesn't like it if you click. So I clicked away from that. It didn't like that. So it got mad at me and stopped and paused. Usually, usually when I use it with my students, that's the only thing that I need to have up. But I'll figure this out. I'll get it. Hi, Maria, retired teacher. Yes, thank you for rejoicing with us. It's just good to have a break. Yeah, it is. I love my job and I love what I do and I love my students. I cannot wait already for next year. Um, but it is so nice to have a break and they get to decompress and do all that good stuff and I get to decompress and do all that good stuff. It's just really good um, to have breaks. Breaks are good. Just started Keeper of the Cities. Buddy read with Kim and Kim from Krista's Patreon up to chapter 6 now. I love Keeper of the Lost Cities. So good. Oh, and Kim is loving it. Yay! Yay for Keeper. Yay for Krista for getting everybody hooked on Keeper. Scheduled my live for your live for tomorrow and made the thumbnail, acquired some ice cream, cookies and cream, and cookie dough. Yum. Yes, yum. And read a few pages of Under the Banner. Very nice. I agree. I also love that you are reading that as a buddy read. Just joining in after seeing Krista's Instagram story. Thanks, Krista. 10th grade ELA and yearbook teacher. Classes have been out a couple of weeks, but I just finished submitting the yearbook this week. Oh, yearbook. Oh my gosh. The amount of work that has to go into yearbook has to be crazy. We have just a small one because I'm at elementary middle school. So we have it just has the class pictures. It has a couple organizations that the kids do. And then it has, some candidates, but high school yearbooks are intense. There's so much in there. That's a big, big job. So you definitely need to celebrate Jacqueline getting that done because holy cow, that's big. That's a big project. Emily, I'm sorry to hear about your year. I hope that it gets better. And yeah, it was a rough year for me too. Not rough as in couldn't handle it, didn't like it, didn't want it. It was just challenging in ways. And I just think it's been rough for a lot of people this year. So yeah, I really do hope that it gets better. Working on Malice by John Gwynne. Thanks, Krista. Kimberly is here from Krista, buddy reading with Maria and Kim. Let's Keeper of the Lost Cities. Oh, it's so fun to see everybody. It's like the buddy read group. It's here. All here. Yay. Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at an all-girls school and still teach. Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hi, Denise. My sister's name is Denise, so I love that name. I love your name. Krista sent you too. Yay! It's real, Krista's good people. She's good people to know. That does sound very interesting. On chapter 7. I wish I could remember book 1. Which actually I don't, because someday I'll be able to read it all over again and it'll be like the first time. So it'll be great. High poverty and kids with emotional and mental health issues. Good friend died in September from COVID and a cancer scare. Oh my goodness. That's so much. That is so much to deal with. Oh, man. All right. Yes, Denise is a great name. Kim's on chapter 7 too. Never a dull moment. No, I don't think so. Yeah. I know, mine is as well. Yep, we're on book 8. We started... We started last September, sounds right. It was definitely, it was August or September that we started. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I am so glad it's not cancer. So that's really good. And, good for you for making sure that you're staying healthy because, that's great. But yeah, definitely scary. My mom, when my mom turned 40, which I will be 40 in September. When my mom turned 40, she was diagnosed with stage 0 cancer. And because it was so early that it was detected, she's been doing really well. But I was really scared for a while, and she acted not scared at all. I don't know how, if she really was scared. I don't know that she would have told me, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine. Jacqueline, haven't started Keeper of the Lost Cities yet, but I sure did buy all of them after so many rave reviews and recommendations during middle grade March. It's, book recommendations, they'll get you every time. Yeah. Doctor thought it was, got a second mammogram and some genetic testing. Yep. I had to get us, well, because of family history, I had to get my first mammogram early, and they sent me in for a second one. And that was like just the most nerve-wracking thing between leading up to the mammogram and then leading to, it's just to the results, leading up to the results. It's just so crazy and nerve-wracking, and yeah. There are 8.5 books in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, and like 8.5 is 8.5 because it's not all from Sophie's perspective, so that's why it's 0.5, but it's still like 800 pages long. So, I mean, it's not shorter. It's not a novella or anything, but they read so fast. And yeah, so yeah, so 8.5 is out. Book 9 comes out. Yeah, here. Book 9 comes out in the fall. And then I think she did say 10 books altogether. And I think it was optioned for a movie or a TV series or something, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So, MRI or mammogram every 6 months. Yeah. As inconvenient, like inconvenient, but I don't know. Wow, lots to look forward to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think so. Maybe I'm making that up. If you am I making stuff up? I might be making stuff up. I I I I don't know. It's a long way coming if it is, but I thought I heard something about that. Yeah, very very short chapters. It's very nice. And it's just so quick to get through them. Although we noticed the last book that we read, we noticed really long chapters, but mostly, yeah, they're definitely short. So Keeper of the Lost Cities is about a girl named Sophie, and was she had an accident and she woke up from the accident and realized that she could hear everybody's thoughts. So she was dealing with that, and she was like the super genius who was like 12 years old, and she was in high school. And her class is on a field trip one day, and she sees this guy standing and looking at her, and he approaches her. He's like 12, like her too, or 13, 14. Approaches her, and he's like, guess what? I think you're an elf. So she finds out that she is actually not human at all, but an elf. And she realizes that all of these things that she thought were true her whole life aren't actually true. That all these mythical creatures are actually like real things, um, elves, ogres, gnomes. Why I can't think of the other ones. So yeah, we're gonna go with elves, ogres, and gnomes, and then she she becomes immersed in the elf world in the first chapter, and she realizes that somebody doesn't want her to live because she's kind of like she's like the chosen one, and she goes to an elf school. And I don't yeah uh but it's really interesting to me how Shannon Messenger like takes all of these historical events and explains how they actually are events that happened in like the elf world. Trolls. I haven't seen any fairies, right? Yeah, Krista. Yeah, Krista, yeah. So, yeah. You know what? I feel like fairies might be coming. Maybe. So I'm trying to think of five. Or is that like, so elves, gnomes, ogres, trolls, and I'm drawing a blank. But yeah. But yeah, so they're very very good and very engaging, and they just kind of take off on you're on the ground and you're running right from the start, and you watch Sophie find out all of these things, and everything that you see and find out, you find out as Sophie finds out, and you only know things that Sophie knows, which is kind of cool. So, yeah. Hi, Danielle. How are you? This is my very first time ever being solo live. So I thought I would give it a shot. 45 minutes in, and I think I'm doing okay. Yeah, and we're gonna, do another sprint in a minute here. But first, we need to finish up this Keeper of the Lost Cities rave um, because this has turned into a Keeper of the Lost Cities rave. So let's see what Crystal enjoys. Ooh. What I love about Keeper of the Lost Cities is that Shannon Messenger does such a great job with her characters. You get to know the side characters, you care about them too, and the plot is really propulsive. So yes, absolutely. Um, it just pushes you along, and we just end up, you know, trying to slow down and forcing ourselves to slow down because they just, yeah, it's it's wonderful. Yes, weekend will definitely be good. Good. And so I'm taking the weekend to relax because I have to go back Monday and start working on getting my classroom ready for summer cleaning. And it's gonna take me a while. So Maria, no apologies necessary when it comes to Keeper of the Lost Cities, unless you're going to talk smack about it. But anytime you get to talk about Keeper of the Lost Cities is a good time. Yard sales tomorrow. Uh, a fill the bag for $10 sale at the library. Ooh, I love those. Um, I just found out that my libraries is the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And I'm going out of town on the 17th. So I have to go on the 16th. And that is not when the bag day is. So I will have to be very selective of my purchases because I'm paying like a whole dollar for every book. It does sound like fun. Krista, I hope you find some really good books and probably some book exchange books, maybe. Um, Plant flowers tomorrow and go see Top Gun. So I have never seen Top Gun. Who's seen Top Gun? I've never seen Top Gun. Were you big into Top Gun, Kimberly? I would love to know that. Uh, I remember my dad having it, and I remember thinking that Tom Cruise on the cover looked really cute. And um yeah, that's what I remember. And I know is that the movie that's I have the need for speed, because that I just in my mind that's from that movie. So am I right? Is that right? Oh man. Book buying is back on the table. I am so happy for you making it through May without getting any books. I did not. I did not. I only got 2, 5, and I used gift cards for all of them. So I did successfully. Yeah, because most of the books that I hauled in my May videos were all from April. So the 5 books that I hauled, I used gift cards for. So I think that counts. Does that count, Krista? Would that count? Jacqueline's never seen Top Gun either. Went to the book sale yesterday for a program that supports adult literacy. 50 cents for a paperback, $2 for a hardback. Found so many good books. That is awesome. Yes. Oh no. What are you saying yes to? Yes, you've seen Top Gun. Is that why you're saying yes? Sorry. Oh. Wait, what? You've never seen Top Gun? It's got to be streaming somewhere. Watch it tomorrow. Oh, Krista, you've never steered me wrong before. So I'll see what I can find. Big Top Gun fan back in the day. Think you're a teenager. Okay. My kids didn't see the first one, but have seen the new one and loved it. Yay, Krista. Looking forward to a big haul. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Me too. Yes, and the Need for Speed quote. And yes, I've seen Top Gun. See? Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's do another sprint. Never think you'd need tissues with a movie like Top Gun, but have them ready just in case. But Krista, don't you need Kleenexes a lot? Just say it. Although I can't really say anything because me too. Oh, my battery may die soon, and I woke up at 3:30 this morning, so I'm off. Good night. Okay, Emily, thank you so much for coming and chilling with us. It was a lot of fun. Seeing Top Gun. I will need tissues for the original Top Gun. There is a moment. Okay, so it's not just Krista and probably me, because probably. Oh, yes. Good night, Emily. All right. Yeah. Let's do a sprint. I don't know if that worked. Let's see. Okay. Let's do 20 minutes. Was the Mario sound, I don't think they're allowed to call it the Mario sound, but was that good, or do we want to try something else? Good night, Emily. Good night, Emily. Let's see. They have some fireworks. I kind of like that one. And that one. They like that one too. I don't like that one. I really don't like that one. That one's okay. I don't know how I feel about that one. Mario is fine. Okay. Did you click? No. Okay. All right. You can't hear them. Hmm. So can you hear the ambient sound or not? Hmm. All right, let's just read. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. Thanks for letting me know, Krista. All right. We are back. So I'm really sad that my sound is not soundable, hearable. But that's okay. I'll figure it out someday. We'll just use it as a. You can hear me, right? Otherwise, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. How did everybody do? Krista is an enabler. Ask me how I know. I don't think I need to ask you how you know, Maria, but how do you know Krista's an enabler? I got 3% done. Oh, StreamYard was just flashing at me. I don't know why. So I got 3% done, and something came up in my book that I just have to. I have to take a poll on this. So, apple pie. Okay, apple pie. Ice cream or cheese on top? Okay, think about it. Let me know. All right. 11% done with Call Baby. Nice. Did you just start it, Kim? Page 60 of Adam 2 by Alistair Chisholm. Not on my reading agenda, but it felt like starting it tonight. Yeah, I have so I just did my June 2022 priorities. Because it's been pretty, crazy the last week of school. And I am not reading anything yet that is on my June TBR video that I'm hoping I will post tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah. That's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's all good. Ice cream. Ice cream. Yes, you started it tonight. That's 11%. It's either short or you're a fast reader, and that's awesome. Either way. Ice cream. Hi, Jamie. Ice cream for sure. I've never heard of cheese on pie, but it doesn't sound good at all. Okay, so I worked at a diner in high school, like sophomore year to the summer after high school. And the diner that I worked at, Rudy's, made the best pie in the world. And the first time somebody asked me for cheese on their apple pie, I very nearly made this face. But thankfully, I had the presence of mind to remember that I am a waitress and the customer gets what the customer wants. And I went back and I was like, this guy wants cheese on his apple pie? Where do I get cheese for the apple pie? And the owner was this It was owned by a couple. And of course, when anything's owned by a couple, you have one person in the couple that says one thing and the other person says another thing, and they're never there at the same time. And they always tell you that you're doing it wrong because you're doing what the other person said. Um, at least that's my experience. I hope maybe that's not like not like that all the time. And they agreed on most that, like, big things they agreed on, but like little stuff they didn't. But the owner was like, yeah, that's like a regular thing. A lot of people have cheese on pie. And I was like a pizza pie, yeah, but not like apple pie. But yeah, no, it's like a thing. It is. It is. Yeah. Keeper velocity. If I had to choose ice cream, but I typically have nothing on top. Yeah, yeah. I did actually try it with cheese on top once. I had a bite of my coworkers because we just decided that we had to know what the hype was about. And I don't remember it being bad, but I don't remember it being so good that I wanted to have it all the time. Um, but I do remember getting a lot of like, these pies need to be sold today or we're going to throw them away, and then I would get to take those home. But banana cream pie, like once you like dig into banana cream pie, it's not good anymore. So, well, I mean it is, but it doesn't last as long. So, um so I got to take a lot of banana cream pie home, like, because the bananas didn't look right anymore, but they were still fine. I loved it. It was a really good first job. But um, yeah, I learned a lot of things about how people eat food and combinations that people eat. And it was always really interesting. I did, however, learn about the Arnold Palmer working at that job, and I really, really enjoy Arnold Palmer's. So there's that. Ice cream. Hi. Ice cream on top. No cheese fans. It's okay. Yeah, and actually, the owner yelled at me because she said I was from Wisconsin, so I should be okay with cheese on pie. It just makes sense. Which I don't know about that, but she was joking, of course. But yeah, not a fan of any cream type pies. I wish that I wasn't a fan of any cream type pies. However, I am. But goodness, it would be a lot easier if I didn't like so many foods. But yeah. Oh, what other combinations? Ooh, fries dipped in milkshakes. Any takers on that one? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. That was one they would order a milkshake and then they'd order fries, and then they'd sit and they'd wait like for the shake to, or malt. It had to be a malt for some of them. I don't know. Ooh, or gravy. Gravy too. That was popular. An order of fries. An order of fries with gravy on top. I did like that one actually, though. So I haven't met a pie I don't like except frozen pot pies. I am not a fan of poppy seed pie. I feel like I'm just eating pudding with a bunch of seeds in it, and I don't like it. But that was like what the diner that I worked at was famous for, their poppy seed pie. And I'm sure it was delicious to somebody that would like poppy seed pie. But I had never heard of it before. But it's basically just a cream pie, but it has a whole bunch of poppy seeds in it. And I don't understand it because I didn't think poppy seed really had that much flavor, but apparently it might. I don't know. But although I also like frozen pot pies. So not not all the time, but I do have that occasionally because it's a really easy supper every once in a while. Generally don't like to mix sweet and savory. Get that? Fries with Wendy's chocolate frosty. I have never had a chocolate frosty from Wendy's, but I've heard that before. I just chocolate and potatoes sounds weird to me. But I've heard that from so many people that it's good. Best pie I've ever had was a chocolate peanut butter cream cheese pie at an Amish restaurant. It would kind of be like a peanut butter cheesecake almost, like layered. That would probably be good. Yeah. French fries and a frosty. Okay, so I guess I need to try French fries and a frosty, and I have to watch Top Gun. But here's the deal. Here's the thing. A lot of my students like to do that. Here's the thing. um, so Top Gun was on Netflix until May 31st. So Top Gun is streaming on Paramount Plus, which I don't have. And I could rent it from Amazon. I don't really want to do that. So maybe I do. I don't know. I know a lot of people like Tom Gunn. Tom Gunn. I know a lot of people like Top Gun. What what bothers me about renting it from Amazon is that my dad used to have it and I didn't watch it when he had it. And I would never have had to rent it. But I think he had a VHS though, and I wouldn't be able to play it now anyway if I got it. If he still has it, he might still have it. But again, it would be VHS. Apparently, there are pies I'm not aware of. Never heard of a poppy seed pie. I never heard of a poppy seed pie until I worked at this restaurant. But apparently, they were famous for them. They said they had the best poppy seed pie. Maybe they had the best poppy seed pie because they were the only one. But yeah. So I don't think that I've ever seen poppy seed pie anywhere else. I don't even know. But I mean, it's basically just, I just don't like I don't like the texture of poppy seeds. I think I, I don't like that texture. But yeah, it's really just it's like a cream pie filling with poppy seeds in with the cream pie filling, and then um whipped topping on top, and then poppy seeds sprinkled on top. Like, that's all it is. But I liked the cream around the poppy seeds, but I couldn't do the poppy seeds. I did ask her to make a poppy seed pie without the poppy seeds once, and she said it didn't work. I don't know. It's included on Prime Video right now. I have Prime Video. Okay. All right. Um Jacqueline, is that the pie with a crumbled Oreo crust? Peanut butter pie, and it's amazing. See, now that sounds really good. Okay. Also on Prime, Val, a documentary about Val Kilmer, my favorite from the movie. All right. No, they did put some homemade whipped cream around the edge, though. I love homemade whipped cream. Love it. It's so good. Why does it? It's just so good. Yeah. So my okay. So it's saying that my computer battery is low. But I'm plugged in. So I don't know why it's telling me that. So that's why my face just looked like that. I don't know. It's plugged in. This should not be a problem. I'll, I'll figure that out. That's fine. Um, hmm, I don't know. Okay. Sorry. I'm just talking to myself now, I guess, and ignoring everybody else. Okay. It's comparable to a chocolate peanut butter cheesecake, but richer than a normal cheesecake. Okay. I just I really like pie. I made a strawberry cream cheese. Yeah, it was like it had like a graham cracker crust and then a cream cheese layer, and then I put a strawberry with jello layer on the top. And I mean, not to pat myself on the back and call myself a good chef or anything, but or baker. I don't really bake it either. It was no big pie, but it was pretty good. So, um, yeah, painting my nails tonight instead of in the morning. More time to get to those yard sales. Yes, Krista, you're so good at time management. Priorities are straight. I saw one sign for a rummage sale near me. So I may or may not head out towards it. But it's just one sign. I don't like going out just for one rummage sale, but Well, I think I'm back. Um, well, I think I'm back. Yep, I am. Okay. I put it on my tablet to see if I could find it, and yeah. Well, that's kind of cool that it didn't like actually go away, but yeah. Where there's one, there will be more. That's true. So we're going back to the rummage sales for a second here. And then I froze. Okay. But not before we made Kimberly hungry. Then my battery apparently died, but I was plugged in the whole time, so I don't get that. I don't know what's happening. Oh man. Yeah, it did die. But I am back. I was a little lost in cyberspace. It was a little bit scary. But then I ran into some dancing monkeys singing The Boys Are Back in Town. So it all ended fine. And I have no idea why Dancing Monkeys and The Boys Are Back in Town are those two things that I thought of for as crazy things that I saw while in cyberspace. But there you go. Yay, I'm back. Well, it's not going to be my first time going live by myself ever without having a couple glitches. Thank you so much for your patience. I don't really know how long I was gone, but I really, really appreciate you sticking around for that. We are at an hour and 37 minutes live. So, how about if we do one more 20-minute sprint and then come back and say goodbye? Does that sound okay? Um, just because I don't know what my computer's going to do. And yeah, I don't want my computer to die and then a broadcast be going on. Definitely, that would be sad. But now it says that it's charging, so and the charge is going up. So I should be okay, but I just 2 hours is a nice amount of time for my first by myself live. So, yeah. I can't laugh. It's not really if you can't, you just gotta force yourself to laugh. Yeah. All right. So one more sprint. Sound good? I don't know how to share on. Okay. It is telling me stuff, but I don't know. So ooh, that's new. Timer 20 minutes. All right. Good. Sounds good. All right. I will all in 20 minutes. Oopsies. All right, we are back. How did everybody do? I read 3 more%. um, I realized that I didn't mute myself, um, even though you couldn't hear what I had up anyway. So I should have, but I was laughing. So I'm very sorry if my giggling. um, I'm so sorry. Oh, so here we go. I'm very sorry that the Beltington scared your cats. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I was kind of giggling because the book that I'm reading is a cozy mystery, and um, so the main character is in her 40s, which is awesome because like you don't get enough of cozy mysteries where the main character is older than 25. And so the main character's in her 40s and she is with her mom and her aunt, and her dad's there too. But her mom and her aunt are both very strong women, and there's a murder because it's a cozy mystery. And uh, the main character, whose name is Teresa, goes out into the kitchen. She comes back and she's like, why does dad look like my dog's face when I yell at him? And the aunt and mom are both saying nothing. And she was like, what? And apparently the dad said something like that it couldn't have been the mom or the aunt who murdered the victim because obviously. And she's like, did you say it's because they're women? And he was like, no, 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 I did not insult their womanhood. But he said that they were too old to commit murder. So they were yelling at him. It was really and I was laughing I was laughing a lot. I laughed a lot. It was a lot of fun. It's pretty good so far. I like it. Yeah. Um, Happy Friday to you as well. Um, I think that was our last sprint. My computer was acting a little funny, and I lost. My battery went out, even though it was plugged in. But now my computer says 34%. So maybe I'll stay on and do another sprint. I don't know. I'm not done reading yet. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Is anybody willing to keep reading? I know it's getting late for some. Yeah. Sorry, I scared your kitties. 0 pages, but your nails are done and caught up on your cousin's Marco Polo group. Ooh, you've talked about Marco Polo before. What is the group about? Well, I'm glad it was funny. I hope they're okay. Cats are so fun. I love pets. Um and I can't have pets in my apartment, but I like my sister has pets, so I have 2 nephew kitties, and I will, when they're gone on vacation, I go over to her house and I will just sit on the couch so that if they want, they can come over and they can sit by me so that they have some human contact. And it's very funny when I skip a day because they didn't really want anything to do with me. So I just don't go the next day. And then I come back and all of a sudden they're like, excuse me. And they're like all over. Yeah, they're fun. But I also like to dog sit. I dog sit for one of my friends, and I stay at her house to do it. She has 3 dogs, and she also fosters dogs. So every once in a while, she has, a fourth dog in the mix, and they're just I love reading with a pet on me, near me, whatever. So sometimes I'll take a stuffed animal and I'll put it on my lap, so I feel like I have a cat on my lap. But you know, that's me. Read 3 more chapters of Keeper of the Lost City. Sleepy over here. You heard me giggling. I hope it wasn't like I I didn't realize until I stopped that people would actually be able to hear me giggling. But so I hope it didn't bother you. You'll keep reading in California, not even dark here yet. Yeah, so is that 4 hours or 2 hours different than me? So it is 9:06 where I am in Wisconsin. So I could stay on until probably 10, I think. So your Marco Polo group is just you and 3 cousins catching up on life. I love that. That's fun. I should do something like that with my cousins, because one of my cousins lives in California, Colorado. I just made Maria my cousin. So there you go. In Colorado, my cousin lives in Colorado, and she's got 2 kiddos that are super cute. But she gets to visit every summer because she's a teacher, so she takes some time every summer to come and visit. So that's really nice. So I get to see them then. But during the school year, I don't get to catch up with them very often. So that's nice. Cats are hilarious. They try to be dignified, but come off as super funny. 3, all rescues. Yeah. So my sister's cats were named by my nephew. My nephew's really into the Marvel movies, and they're 2 brothers, and one was acting all crazy when they were at the shelter, and one was kind of like subdued. So he named them Thor and Loki. And Loki is like the crazy one, and Thor is the not so crazy one. um yeah, but so my nephew kitties, Thor and Loki, they're a lot of fun. 8 o'clock where you are. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would love to keep reading. And I'll stay on if people want to keep reading, because I'm going to keep reading anyway. And yeah, and my computer does not say that I have 10% battery anymore. It's going up. So that's good. So yeah. Cool. All right. I have another question. What kinds of things make you laugh like out loud while you're reading? Like I laugh out loud in my head a lot when I'm reading. Um, but just wondering about everyone else, because that giggling, I don't always giggle out loud, but that was really, it was that, yeah, I'm curious. 7 o'clock. So 2 hours. There's a 2 hour difference. Okay. Because when I've done sprints with A Star Reads, Amy at A Star Reads, I always have to try to think of what time zone we're in, to get the starting time right. So yeah. Okay, Krista's signing off, trying to go to bed earlier so you can wake up earlier. That's good. Got to get those rummage sales nice and early. I just shook my computer screen. That's fun. Uh, Thank you. Thank you for bringing all your peeps with you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for telling everybody. Um, yeah, and have a good night. And yeah, can't wait. Will you do like a little book haul maybe when you're on your live tomorrow? But not like, you don't want to give all away because you're probably going to want to do a haul at some point. But you know, oh man, yeah. So yeah, just wondering how often do you laugh out loud when you read? I am more prone to crying when I read than laughing out loud when I read. I think there was one book my sister gave to me, and it was um okay, wait. A little haul for sure. Good night. Good night, Krista. Thank you. Thanks again. Snarky and sarcastic comments make me laugh, especially by characters that are usually not the funny one. Yes, absolutely. Um, yes. But actually, even just snarky comments, the Keeper of the Lost Cities has like a character that is like snarky to no end. And Krista like loves him so much. She's got like blinders for him. He can do no wrong. He's such a good character. Um, but he is so snarky and sarcastic, and we laugh all the time. Or we talk about times that we laughed because we're not hear each other laugh. But I've definitely laughed out loud reading Keeper of the Lost Cities, and yeah, for sure. Um, what else has made me laugh? I don't know. What about what makes you cry? I don't know. I don't know that I want to. I don't know that I want to talk about that. I cry, but I do. I cry when there's like a moment between two characters, or when a character says something like completely profound, and I could feel like this change in a character, and I'm like, I don't know. That makes me cry because I'm just that's the moment that you want to see your student, that I want to see my students have, where they all of a sudden there's this clarity and they realize something. And yeah, that moment's awesome. I'm glad my giggling didn't bother you. Uh, I do. I mean, I've never been told that I have an annoying giggle, but I finished All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot. His memoirs as a county vet in the 1930s. It was funny with all the shenanigans he got up to. Oh no. What happened? Am I gone? It says cyberspace again. Did I go away? Did something happen? Oh no. Um okay, so I am buddy reading with uh Rainy from Rainy Day Reads. I buddy read with her. Okay, good. I buddy read with her every once in a while, and um, she was also reading All Creatures Great and Small, I think. And I think she set it down for a little while. Um, but I feel like she said she wanted to try it again later, but it was a lot for her. But I love memoirs though. I I also feel like that would make me cry though because a country vet is going to have some some animals die. And might be a lot. Oh, okay. Well, I wonder what happened. Hope it's all good. Hopefully, it's all good. And I should not have my mouse there. Come on. Come on, Bowman. You can do it. All right. Yeah, sarcasm. Oops. Clicked you off. Clicked you off. Where am I going? Sarcasm definitely makes me laugh out loud. Glad I'm still here. Glad you're still here. Awesome. Teary-eyed reading the book Thief. Then last quarter I had my students read it in class and the book made some of my students cry. Teacher win with connecting to the story. Nice. I love the book Thief. It was so interesting to have that perspective of death, telling the story during World War II. I thought that was just so interesting. I wanted more book in it. I just felt like there wasn't as much book in the book Thief as I wanted, but I really enjoyed it. Planning on to keep teaching it every year now. Yeah, and like my students look at that. I have 5th through 8th graders. So my 8th graders look at that and they're like, that's so long. I would never be able to read that. It breaks my heart because it's really good. But I did get some to read it and they enjoyed it, but they really liked World War II historical fiction. So they were like, yeah, this is good. Yeah, the book Thief is good. I read The Outsiders with my students. This year I read it with my 7th and 8th graders, but I read it as a read aloud and then we do discussions for it throughout the time. And I always, The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, I always cry at the last scene, the last chapter of the book. And I don't tell my students that, but I tell them that there's a part where I cry, and all of them have heard from from their upperclassmen that Miss Bowman's going to read The Outsiders. It's the best book in the world, and she's going to cry. Be ready for her to cry. And yeah, so it's always funny because they're like, when are you going to cry? When are you going to cry? And yeah, sometimes I do, and sometimes I cry earlier, but I've always cried during the last chapter of The Outsiders. And they always are like, do you need somebody else to read it? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get through it. And I just remember one year I got done reading it, and this is the class that just graduated this year, but I got done reading it and I stopped and I closed the book, and one student, they're all like staring at me like, oh. And one of the students looked at me and he goes, you did it. He's like, you got through it. But yeah, like The Outsiders is always a teacher win for me. But yeah, everybody in the school knows that Miss Bowman's favorite book is The Outsiders. Rainy, I was just talking about you. We are going to keep reading for a little while. I was going to stop because my computer was scaring me a little bit. But we are going to do at least one more sprint because my battery keeps going up now. Like my battery it stopped charging, even though it was plugged in. It must not have been plugged in all the way. Yeah, and I was gone. I was lost to cyberspace for a little while. So we're gonna read at least one more sprint. I think. I don't know. I don't know. How was your Miss Julia live? I I thought about you, that you had to finish it, and you had to do you had your live tonight. I hope it went well. But I was just talking about you. Sorry. I should probably tell you why I was talking about you. Like I was just gossiping about you. I was talking about you because somebody earlier just finished this book, All Creatures Great and Small, and that made me think of you and that you put it down. So, what were you saying about me? Yeah. So that's what I was saying, is that you read it and that you decided to put it down. But I couldn't remember if you said you were putting it down for good or if it was just too much right now. And I couldn't remember. So, very fun and controversial. Why was it controversial? Why was it controversial? There is so much bile and pus. Oh, that's right. That's what you said. There was so much bile and pus in All Creatures Great and Small, because he's a vet. Yeah, I know that makes sense, but it's a lot. Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, I. I'm okay. My mind is going faster than my mouth right now, so I just need to stop and carry on with what I was saying. Okay. Yes, you said you might try it in print someday. I remember that now. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So we will do another sprint. Oh. Only controversial because Kate and Chelsea didn't like the Miss Julia book, and Angie and I did like it. Those are the best discussions. I mean, really. It's so, right? Like, because you don't want everybody to love it or everybody to hate it. You want to have that, like, nice little controversy. Okay, that's a good kind of controversy. So, I'm glad it was that kind of controversy and not something else. All right. Let's see. All right. So we'll do another 20-minute sprint. Yeah. So made for a spirited discussion. That's good. I like that. All right. All right. Happy reading, everybody. That is time. How did everybody do? Uh, oof, that bell really scared me today. I was not expecting that. Because when I was kicked off, it reset which bell would be used, and I was gonna change it, but then I didn't. So all right, let's see. He cried when I read Where the Red Fern Grows aloud to my fifth graders. I looked up, and so many of the boys were silently crying, and the girls too. My teacher read that to me when I was in fourth grade, and I still remember it being one of the saddest books I've ever read or heard. Uh, and I remember we had a sub. Well, he was reading it aloud to us, and the sub like said the swear words, and we were all like, ah! And the sub said something like, they got really silly when the swear words came up. And he was like, I mean, usually when I read it, I don't actually read the swear words, so that's not your fault, guys. Oh man, it's not like there's a lot of them either. I don't think. I guess I've not. It was being read to me, so I don't know how many he actually skipped. But I cried. I cried when we read the end of that. It was I knew what you meant, Maria. I did. But yes, red where the red, not where the red fiend grows. Yeah. No jumping cats this time, but they did look up to see what it was. Yeah. If anybody's around any dogs, I bet they're like barking because they think that someone's at the doors. I wish I had remembered to change the sound. But last time the sound wasn't coming through. I'm just confused. I don't know. Uh, so this time I had to giggle because uh, one of the characters, the same father character, actually, it was in a flashback, um, told a certain person who is now the sheriff that he was being a horse's butt. But he didn't say but. And um, it adds this complication to the whole thing because he was dating the main character when they were in high school, and she broke his heart by joining the military, and he refused to do long distance. But he says it's on her, and she's like, well, I said we could do, because drama. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm really liking this. This is the first in, I think, is going to be a series. Um Actually, I know it's going to be a series. I don't remember um what the name of the series is called, but I do know it's going to be a series, and this is this is going to be just the second book that this author has put out. But the main character is a veteran, so it's really fun. Um I am reading Welcome Home to Murder by Rosalie Spielman. And it's a cozy mystery that the main character is a I don't remember she's a military veteran, and her aunt Edna is also a military veteran. Um, but she chose a veteran family as her main characters because she is also a military veteran. So, but she comes back. Main character comes back to her hometown after her tour, and complications ensue because past. I don't remember a lot of swear words, but there were definitely some. And yeah, I know it was that book where I learned that a female dog has a swear word name. I feel like that was in it. I think it was that book. Because we were all just baffled and blown away. And we were just like, why would they call a dog that? And I remember my teacher being like, well, it didn't, it wasn't a swear word first. Poor guy. Yeah, it's fun, and it's, small town, like, population 826 or whatever. The school has like 70 kids in it, and kind of community. And yeah, so it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm 20% in. But that sprint I actually read 6%. So, and I've been doing like 3, but I just really buckled down and read this time instead of getting distracted by everything else around me. So, yeah, it's good. I'm liking it. The murder happened fairly quickly, which is not always the case in the first of a series for cozy mysteries, because they have to do all the backstory. And so now, like, the murder happened and then you're getting all the backstory as well. So I think the murder happened at about 10%. So I don't know, I'm liking it. And she's a fairly new author, so that's pretty cool. It comes out on Tuesday, June 7th. So yeah. Anyway, how did everybody else do? We know the cats looked up to see what was happening. I'm sure they were working very hard before the timer went off. Uh, so, yeah. All right. Well, I am getting a little bit sleepy. And I feel like I am pushing my luck with technology here. Although my battery has gone up to 75%. So, love that. Working on a cross stitch. Which one are you working on, Rainey? Inquiring minds want to know. I mean, just one. Just my mind. But maybe some other people here would want to know. Because I went to the Dollar Tree. I was at the Dollar Tree several times within the past week because I was getting graduation stuff for 8th grade graduation. So, it's not too Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. Yes, post a pic on Insta tonight. So I've been into the Dollar Tree a lot lately. It feels like, and I found I'm not a cross stitcher, and I have been trying to figure it out. So I found at the Dollar Tree a it's like a globe, and then it has love like in it. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try some cross stitch and see if I can figure it out. So I'm kind of excited about that, but also a little bit scared because yeah, me. But yeah. So I will try. See, it's not so much the making X's that scares me. So like it's it's doing the pattern where I'm supposed to do the pattern so that I'm not like over too far. It's like the counting thing, I think, that trips me up because I feel like I'm not in, if I start too far over, that it's going to like fall off the edge. So I think that's what freaks me out about it. But I know like my coworker is really good at cross stitch, and she told me to start like in the middle. So start in the middle of your pattern and then work outwards, and it's easy to find the middle of the what is the thing that you stitch on called? I'm such a dork. Um, so yeah, I mean, I know it's just making X's, but I want to make them in the right spot. And it always freaked me out that I had to separate the yarn. And that's ridiculous. Like that should not freak me out. I need to get over that. But it was like, what do you mean I have to separate the yarn? What if I use 2 strands here and 3 strands? Like, I mean, I know I freak out about little things sometimes, but yeah, I will probably be Voxer in you for advice. Thank you. Katie, I hope your meeting goes well. Sweet dreams to you. Um, yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad that people showed up. was I was like, am I gonna just be talking to myself? So yeah, I'm really okay. I had fabric in my head. I just clicked onto a new comment in the middle of my thought. I'm very sorry. Um, I had this fear that I was just going to be talking to myself. So I'm very glad that people are here and are talking. So thank you. I'm just very overwhelmed by the fact that people are actually here. I just love it. So okay, fabric. So that's what I had in my head, but I didn't know if there was like a special name for it. And so yeah. Thanks. Good night, Katie. Tears of laughter. Thanks, Rainy. Thanks. Had fun. Let's do it. Yeah, I should do this again during the summer. I think I'll try to do it. I think I'll try to do this every once in a while during the summer. I don't know that I'll have a set time to do it. It might just be like an impromptu pop up thing, because yeah, I don't plan ahead very well when it comes to my YouTube channel, but I will perhaps try to be a little better about it. I just don't want to step on other people's toes when they're having sprints and things like that, especially when I want to participate in their sprints. But yeah, so maybe I will try to do this more often since I'm not completely terrible. So that's cool. Ada fabric. Maybe. I don't know. Kimberly is going to sign off as well. Thank you for stopping by. You're welcome for a fun night of sprints. I hope that you enjoyed your book that you were reading. And yeah, so we are going on 3 hours, which I think is just awesome and unbelievable at the same time. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. And I just really did have a lot of fun chatting with all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, my phone just dinged. I'm sorry. My tablet needs to be charged, so I'm going to need to switch books while my tablet charges for a little while. And yeah, but I do think that I'm going to read some more, but I do also think that I'm going to sign off. But I am really, really happy that you all came. And if you're watching this on replay, thanks for watching it. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that you came and you read and were productive, whatever it was that you were doing. Yeah, I hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful time. Congratulations to those of you that are done with school. I hope that you have a wonderful summer. If you are not off for the summer, you know, we still love you too. And, you know, thank you also for coming. I'm glad you could join us for the last sprint too. Yeah. I was so glad you're here. Can't wait to start our buddy read next week. We're reading Big Little House in the Big Woods because I don't remember if I've read any of them. I feel like I read at least Little House in the Big Woods and Little House on the Prairie, but I'm not 100% sure past that. So I want to remedy that. So love cross stitching and always interested in what Rainy is stitching. I know, it always looks so good. And then I love seeing like the in progress pictures and you see all the changes being made. I love it. It's so cool. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay. I mean, that makes sense that stitching would be relaxing. I find crocheting and knitting very relaxing, and diamond painting I find very relaxing. I think that I could find cross stitch relaxing. It's so much counting. So we will see. Yeah, I remember the pictures too in Little House in the Big Woods distinctly. I remember them, but I don't remember specific things that happened or anything like that. So I'm excited to reread at least some in the series and read further in the series. So that's apparently what I'm doing this summer, because I'm also doing the C.S. Lewis Chronicles of Narnia with A-Star Reads, Amy, and an autistic reader, and I don't know what her first name is, but they're hosting the Chronicles of Narnia reread or read along, not reread for but yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm a teacher. I can totally do stitching because I'm a superhuman. I feel like it some days. But sometimes I feel like maybe I'm a little too confident. But then my students kind of, peg me back to size, so it's fine. I had I was really grumpy at my students because they weren't bad. Like they're chatty. I have amazing students. They were chatty. And I got grumpy at them and I stopped and I was like, you know what, guys? I know I get grumpy at you a lot, but I brag about you all the time. I swear. Because they're so, they're such good people. Like young, they're such good young people with these big, good hearts. So yeah, but yeah, they keep me grounded as a teacher and keep me being a teacher. So that's great. Yeah. So all right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful night. I hope I will see some of you at Krista Sprints tomorrow. And yeah, happy reading. Bye.